All right, so removing the pulley and then the bearing. First, move the power steering fluid reservoir. Get that out of the way. 14 millimeter socket. 9/16 works. Not the best idea, but that's what I have. Grab on it right there. Use some sort of, if it's not long enough, you can use some sort of tube or whatever to be able to get a little bit more torque on the bolt. And then you're going to pry on this and move it out of the way. You move it to slip the belt off the pulley. And so then once you get the pulley off, the belt off, sorry, this is the bolt that holds the pulley on. Loosen that bolt, making sure that the nut on the back side doesn't fall out because it's not being held in by anything. So be careful not to drop that. I've had to take off these accessory components in the way to find that before. So that's not a fun one. Just make sure you hold your finger on it. When I took this out, I actually pushed it out on purpose into my hand so I could keep track of it and didn't have to worry about it falling out. All right, so once you remove the pulley, it's time to press this guy out. Almost. That would not be a very good way if you wanted to preserve this bearing, or I can feel it doesn't want to turn much anymore, but I don't care about this bearing. So just a socket, slamming along the inner race, gets it out with a few good swings. So I got this new bearing here from McMaster Car. See the part number in the description. Now let's press in the new bearing. This is a 1 1/8 socket. It fits right around, right up against the outer race of this bearing. And let's press it in. Started by hand. You can see now it's fully seated in there. That's what you want. Very good. So you got this nut that has to go back in to this tensioner in the back side. Just make sure not to drop this thing. It's a bear to find. Okay. So this goes back in, and then you want to put use your other hand to hold that nut in place. Beautiful. Go ahead and tighten it a little bit. 14 millimeter bolt. Okay. Then you want to line up the belts again on all the different pulleys. So I found that it's easiest to leave the water pump for last get it on everything else. And then when you relieve, right. 14mm, my handy dandy shot back hose. Alright, all the ribs line up. Sure sounds much better than it did.